Alright guys, welcome to another video. I guess I should make the microphone a bit louder. So, alrighty. Yeah, now I'm back with some new stuff and today I want to show you how to create a, hardcore kick, probably like this one. Just give it a listen. Or I don't know, maybe we'll end up like something like this. So yeah, we'll just try to get as close as possible to one of these. One thing in advance, so these are both mine. I created them a few months ago. I guess this one I made in some kind of Angerfist style. Well, I tried to, because I like the sound of Angerfist a lot. It's great. He's the master. He's the king. And yeah, so if you find that they sound close, you might consider this as an Angerfist kick tutorial or something. How to make it like him, to do it like him. Okay. So the first interesting thing about the second kick actually is, so you know, or should already know that I like analyzing these things a lot. So the first thing which is quite important here is the attack part, which is this one, which is a simple, quite simple snare. So it's nothing special. It's not like in a raw kick or something. It's just a snare. And that's what we want to go. What we want to start off with. So let's just take a snare, which is called kick punch here already. So we'll group this to attack group and create some attack like this. And I don't know. Probably we can just take the tail and create a second layer, which is just another snare tail or something, and just. Yeah, just drag it, drop it there. So kind of get it shorter, but we don't miss this part, which adds some noise, you know. So this is just a snare. Now we'll just equalize this a bit. It has a tiny bit of, well, there are too many frequencies in some definite area. Meanwhile, I'm overdriving my microphone. Okay. No, it should be like this. I shouldn't just shout. All right. Meanwhile, I will just tell you something about the ominous Q factor. So that many people don't actually know what that is, and I actually didn't know myself what the Q factor is. Just I know what it did, but in fact, it's. I heard that in my lectures. This is the Q factor actually. Well, if you translate that, it's like the quality factor. So it kind of gives you the damping of a harmonic oscillator. So how good the oscillator is being damped, you know. So if the Q factor is high, it's damped very well, as you can see actually, and if it's low, it is not damped at all. So the Q factor is a kind of a factor how well can you stop frequencies getting through. That's the Q factor. Because these filters, the equalizer is simply based on the concept of coming from electrodynamics. So this is just an electrodynamic principle that's being used here. And the Q factor plays a role in the electrodynamics. So this is coming right from the electrodynamics. If you want to know about it, you can read about the Maxwell equations, or even more about the I don't even know what's that in English. But anyway, so you will find lots of stuff how this exactly works, how the filter works, how everything concerning filters, equalizers, oscillators works if you just read about electrodynamics, especially concerning alternating current, AC, which is AC. Yeah, so this was just an just some information actually coming from physics. So yeah, if you want to know about it, read about it. But this is now we need this. So we have to cut out some frequencies. I guess we should get rid of these a bit. Yes, and then this one might be disturbing as well. Okay, so we just don't want to have it hitting so hard. Okay, now let's actually move on create, group this again, probably name that main kick or something, and create another channel. I will call low end or something. Low end. Group that to your tail. So we'll have a tail group and we'll have an attack group. So get the attack group like in this color, and the tail group will be green then. So it's easy to see what is what. Alrighty. Let's go and take one of these lovely kicks I like you to use. So there is the YouTube Dist 909. So there's a tutorial about how I made this kick on my channel. And from this kick you can actually create any other kick you want. You can create Hatsa, Rosa, whatever kick. So I will just be using that now to create a hardcore kick. I'm drinking coffee, so yeah. All right, so that's the sounds like Pesh. Well, but that's good. So let's first cut off the tech part and probably just layer this here. I don't know why, but maybe it will sound cool later on. We'll try that. All right. So first thing we should do is add an EQ and add isotope trash, and we'll now just switch those. So isotope should be there, yeah. Now get a high cut brick wall. So we simply want low end with a few higher frequencies just to get it more interesting. So that's our tail, the low end of our tail. Duplicate the channel and get the I don't know, the hiss part. Yeah, just I guess we should put a limiter to this one now to get it louder, because yeah, it should anyway be quite square shaped, and yeah, just put a limiter, get it louder like that probably. And another, we'll use the utility on this one and make it mono, just to be sure that it's a complete mono signal. And here we're gonna make this a high, a low cut. And I want to play around with some EQ that comes in front of the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So let's not use that one. You can definitely use Pro Q2. I'm not using it because Ableton doesn't, I don't know why, it doesn't automate nicely with this one. So I want to automate the bell now, and the automation with FabFilter and Ableton doesn't work well. So I'll use the Ableton EQ, but you can of course use your own your FabFilter. So let's move it because it's just the same principle that we're going to use now. So you see that it's very loud already. So another thing I like doing is adding saturation. Let's just use any saturator. Okay, that sounds good. Now let's do something cool. Let's duplicate these guys and call this his right. This will be the his left. Okay, righty. Let's go move to the right and yeah, actually just yeah, put it to the right side by using the utility again and just pan it to the right, and of course the other one to the left. Just use anything you have to yeah, create a pan effect. Just make it sure this comes from the left side, this from the right side, so you'll have it yeah. And now we can just play around with the phase of those, so we'll get a stereo. No, it should not move actually. So now these go to a new one, to group again, and we'll put some Saturn probably on it and just see what it does. Some mastering, faster master probably. And also add a tiny bit of reverb. You can actually use any reverb. I'm just now using the Ableton reverb again because it's easy, but yeah, this is actually not the best one. It's a bad one, but yeah, you can use Valhalla Arts Acoustics, any you like. Okay, so after having added Saturn, I would probably try another isotope trash to give it some white noise now. So this one has some presets which will add white noise, and I guess we need some white noise here. So there's the that's already nice. So what I'm just going through these presets and just see what sounds good. That's it. Actually, I would like to try this now. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll change that again. But well, right now I like it. Sounds quite aggressive. So now another brick wall, low end. So because you hear, this is all shit that will be in your kick if you don't cut it, you know, and you don't want this in your kick. It's rumbly. It's bad. Yeah. Anyway, have a nice low end here. So now I'll add another I'll add an EQ to the attack here, and add another trash just to give it some character and just to play around and see what's gonna happen. Okay, it's not the worst sound actually, but we do need a talk. I think first, so this is our character of the attack. So we'll group this group again and create a group that's on that group, like main attack, because I think we need some sub attack, which we're gonna add. So let's probably throw some. What are we gonna throw in? I think we should throw some distortion. If you don't know what to do, just add some distortion, I think. Oh yeah, I like that one now. Make sure it's mono, so probably add another utility and just get it mono. You see what it does now. But actually you can play with an automation and make it like, get it like from a complete mono punch to a complete stereo, because yeah, that might be cool, I think, because you're gonna get some sound like it's kind of spreading, you know. So it's starting from the middle, from the center, and yeah, it's gonna go to the sides, which might sound cool. Okay, now we'll add some other kick. So let it be the sub. Okay, we're gonna add just some random kick, I think. So you would take, what would we take for that? I think we need something that's actually just low. Let's probably just take. Let's probably just take this bass line here. So this is just a random trance or techno kick. Now I want to know what it looks like already. So we'll create the record channel again and see what it is like if we record this thing. So that's the kick now. What is that? The whole bunch? I guess so. Yeah. Okay, so we see, you can actually see that, well, there is a big problem within the kick, so the attack seems to be a bit loud, I think. So let's get the main attack to -10. I also think that our hiss is too loud, so let's get this to -13 to have the low end. Yeah, yes, that's already better. So that's something you just have to find out by playing around. Okay, to create a talk, I like using just snare that's pitched. I just, yeah, will add it to the main attack, I think. So we need some attack for the punch, actually. So this will be the talk, and I like using a snare and pitch that up to +18 or something. I have a snare from a dubstep sample pack. It's just a dubstep snare. I just pitch it up and that's it. That's my talk. I don't do a lot. That's the talk already. Just pitch it up. What's important that you have to pitch it up by just transpose it. This is 18 semitones. Without time stretching, so this is just a I just make the sample shorter. By making it shorter, you will play it faster. So by playing faster, you will have it higher at a higher tone. You know, that's the idea. So there's no time stretching algorithm used. It's just the sample played faster. All right, let's drive this now, the whole thing. Let's get this through another isotope again to get it louder. Probably. I don't know. I don't know, something like that probably. Yeah, I think there is still too much of this. -60. And also the main attack is still too loud, so the talk will be fine. Yes. I love using, let's put a filter, get on linear phase here, high, get a low cut to just know we're gonna clean the kick. That's very important. So you should get rid of the lowest low end. If you don't actually hear it, the human ear can hear like down to 16 hertz. So if you really have fucking good ears, you will hear probably 16 hertz, which is very low. Most of us don't do. So I have developed a technique which is very, very simple and stupid. Just use your finger and touch your brain of the loudspeaker, the monitor. Be very careful, don't press it, just really lay it on it, and you will feel if there is something hitting. You know, if there is something at 16 hertz working, you will feel it with your fingertip on the brain of your loudspeaker. So that's what I do. It works perfectly, and you kind of avoid the problem that you might get some, don't know, rumbly low end, or if not enough headroom, because there's just something rumbling around, which is also being compressed by a mastering bus or something. So that's what you can do, just to find out if there's something. I do that. Really touch it very carefully. Don't press. Just lay your finger on it, and you won't destroy your loudspeaker system by just touching it. Or if you can't do that, because I don't know what kind of headphone. If you're using headphones, yeah, you can also check it with your analyzer and just see what's going on there. But you will always see something. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just do it by listening now, because my monitors are not switched on. Interesting. There's nothing getting through. Whoa. Ah, yeah, of course. It's not looped anymore. So there is something. This area is usually very rumbly. So I'll just decrease it. Which will make the kick sound very clear. So this just should give you an idea, you know, the actual sound, how it's moving and stuff, you know. Like I did it with this frequency, with this automation here. So yeah, you can play with this, of course, and we'll just, well, I don't know, maybe you don't want it to be going down like that strong, I don't know. So we're starting from 748. Let's not move down that far, probably. I copy this automation now and I'll just copy paste it to this one, because there must be the same automation here. No, not utility balance, but frequency. Yeah, so just copy paste it like this, and you'll get. So that sounds better, I guess. So just play with the automations here. What you can also, of course, what you can do is create a I don't know, like a send knob that you can twist, so that you don't have to change all the single automations, but you just use one automation to control these two automations. I didn't do that now, I don't know why, but you can actually do that in most of the DAWs, so I would recommend you to do it like that. Now let's record that thing again. So that does need more work. So I think it's still a bit too much, but I think it already sounds quite cool. So let's just loop that and try it out. Test loop. Okay, and I'll show you just some. I'll just show you something that I always do when I have creative kicks. So I would also recommend you to do that, because it adds cool sound, a cool character. So 180 BPM. That's what it could sound like. So this was the kick we had as a reference. Of course, it's different now. That's always the same. You can't just really, you know, hit it. But you see that this has been compressed a lot more. So, and that's what I actually wanted to do. I wanted to give it the last, you know, the last kick. So what you can do at first is just add another trash to your main tail, because you have the low end now, and if you add distortion to your low end and all the stuff that's going around, you will get a different kind of distortion. It might sound cool. And the last thing I like to do always is to add a where is it now? Sonox inflator. That's a crazy thing. I don't know what it does, but it sounds great, you know. You might like it. Yeah, it takes a bit. Okay. Okay, let's record that again. So now it does look different. Yeah. I don't know. I think it sounds different now. Alright, so that was a quick tutorial on how you can start doing a hardcore kick like this, like in this way. There are different hardcore kicks, and yeah. I guess it needs a lot of more work, of course, but the techniques I apply to any kick was the same, so you can check out the other tutorials and you'll find techniques I haven't been using now, but well, I will be using in other tutorials. So the most important thing really is to be creative and try out things, and yeah, you'll find your way. So I guess that one would need more work, probably some more layering, like you would probably cut out this part and just decrease the volume or something, because it seems a bit too loud. Yeah, like that. I don't know. And that's something, yeah, you should just try out. What I like trying is yeah, take the 16 bars here and make some, I don't know, kind of kick roll, you know, like yeah, just find out if it's cool or not. So let's just fuck off. Oh damn it, sometimes it's a bit annoying. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, just play around and try it out. Check if it sounds cool. Actually, I like the last a lot. Fuck it, man. That's cool. All right. Yeah, so that's how you can check if your kick sounds good. I don't know. That's how I do it. And yeah, I think we would need a bit more work, like getting the kick cleaner, making yeah, EQing it a bit, but that would take a lot of time, and it's not that interesting as all these techniques you just saw to get the sound right, you know, to come into some direction. So just try out presets in Isotope, find out what sounds nice, play with the automation of the bell-shaped EQ to get yeah, to get the nice movement in your kick, and yeah, play with different snares, play with different attacks. Yeah, probably use a hardstyle attack from some hardstyle kick, whatever. Might sound cool as well. So I guess yeah, this will be the final result for now. And if you have any questions, ask me. Of course, I'll try to tell you. And if you want, I can also give you a walkthrough. I guess how I made this kick, that one. So there might be a project file somewhere, and I could probably give you a walkthrough. You will see it's almost the same techniques I applied, just did some different steps probably. Yeah, but from using this idea, you will get any kick in this style you want. So last time. All right, so see you next time.